Folks, welcome back to Nostalgianomics. Today we got a couple things to talk about. First off, Journey Together pre-releases are absolutely insane. It looks like I was wrong about them. I thought we were going to see them continue to trail back closer to MSRP, both on the booster boxes and the ETBs. It looks like they turned around and are going the opposite direction. Now the booster boxes are selling very easily over 200, over 210 even, and the ETBs are getting very close to $100. That's not the concerning part. The concerning part is the sales volume we are seeing at these prices. And if that continues, it's likely they're not going to turn around even at release and likely going to continue to climb up into the mid 200s on the booster boxes and probably over $100 on the ETBs, as crazy as that sounds. Also, I wanted to look at reprints and restocks. Although there are still no confirmed reprints coming, even though there are rumors out there, I do want to talk about, in this scenario, we do start getting reprints on certain sets and certain items, how that will affect the market. And how we're going to look at that is how other reprints and restocks have affected the products in this market in the past few months or a year, because we have seen multiple restocks of different products in different sets, and we can look back at how those actually affected those products in the market. Because just talking about these, ridiculous times we had with Chilling Reign, Battle 1000, Fusion Strike doesn't give an accurate depiction of what reprints and restocks actually do, when some of these other sets in this bull market actually will. So let's go ahead and take a look at what we got talking about, and we'll talk a little more at the end about what else I see coming after we look at the data. First and foremost, we do have to shout out today's video sponsor. It is Arizona TCG. They're your source for consignment on your PSA, BGS, and CGC slabs. They run everything through their 100% positive feedback, over 15,000 items sold, over 3,000 follower eBay store, meaning you are getting all the eyes of eBay on your items, and they are going to go for top dollar. Not just that, they're very transparent on their fees. It's only 13.5% on your items. If it is under $100, they do tack on a $5 shipping fee. That's about the same, if not better, than what it's going to cost to ship it yourself. So if you want Arizona to do all the work for you of selling your items, make sure to reach out to them. The link will be in the description and the comment section below. All right, so Journey Together. Here it is. $216.20 a booster box, which, if you're like me, that sounds completely ridiculous. But to a lot of people, it isn't ridiculous, and they are paying these prices. Now, one thing I want to draw your attention to is first the sales volume. All right, this is today I'm filming this. All of these are already bought this morning. I'm filming this at 9:13 a.m. Central Time. We already have this many sales. And then the day before, we still had this many sales. Also, look at the sales. They're mostly all one box. That tells you these are not investors buying these. These are either casual collectors who just want one box, or people who are buying the product to open it. Investors, people trying to manipulate the market, do buyouts. Do not go and buy one box increments, meaning this is all what the average consumer base are buying and can afford. Look, it took me that long to scroll down. These were all done on March 2nd. All of these orders were March 2nd, guys. This is nearly, what is that, like maybe 100 booster boxes bought on one single day in one booster box increments? That's ridiculous. Go look at the ETBs. Selling for $89.40, and again, yes, they are selling in large volumes. Not large volumes per order, I add, but large volumes in total. Again, most people are buying one ETB at a time, telling you this is not investors, this is not market manipulators or buyouts. This is people who just want to buy the product to consume. This is very troubling, guys, because this tells you the majority of customers and consumers are willing to pay these price points, are continuing to pay them. All right. Same thing as we go to eBay. You can see the booster box cases. The lowest one is $12.48 or $12.49.88 by the case. The lowest booster boxes, we have one right here from Simply Unlucky at $192.50 plus 8 shipping. That is with 10 bids already with 5 days left. The lowest list is $209.95 plus $770 shipping, and it goes up from there to $219.95. Guys, it looks like this is going to be a $220 plus booster box by the time release if we continue on this pattern. The ETBs on eBay, about the same. They're $8.98 a case, about the same as you can buy the single ETBs for on TCG Player, about $89. These are the market prices, guys. This is what people are paying. It's not something that are being listed here. No one's buying. No, they're selling, and they're selling a lot at these prices, meaning it's likely going to stay this way. If we go look at Surging Sparks is holding up in that $250 to $260 booster box range. And again, they are selling very regularly at those prices, one box at a time. Brick by boring brick. No buyouts, no manipulation, regular organic demand going at auction. That's what people are buying. The ETB, same way, regular organic demand, one at a time, brick by boring brick, guys. This is where we are at in this market, whether you like it or not. Now, for those of you thinking about reprints and they're going to crash the price and you're going to be able to pick all this stuff up really cheap, I have unfortunate news for you. First off, 151 bundles have recently went through a restock, and it was a relatively large restock. I know multiple large stores that got very, very good allocations on this restock, and this is what it did. It basically just flatlined the market for the time being. No major price drops. And if you thought it was going to slow down sales, it did not slow down sales in the slightest. We're seeing the same amount of sales now as we did before the restock. Therefore, it tells you that even after a massive amount of product is introduced to the market, it isn't affecting it in this bull market. Same thing with the booster bundles. Singles, they're doing just as good. You can see the chart here, all leveling out. And the single booster packs, it's still at all-time highs. They're actually selling now at $13 a pack. And yes, they are selling at that very many every single day. Telling you, restocks in this market are not enough to cool it off. Now, we also got Surging Sparks booster bundles on a restock with distributor bundles that they were sold within this last month. Surging Sparks booster bundles, they had a bit of a drop. You know, they were going for like up to 46, 47 a bundle. Now they're back down to like 42. So maybe they took about a 10% drop. But again, they are still selling in large supply or large amounts, and the supply is dwindling. Therefore, it's likely it's going to continue to rise back up and reach those old price points. What this is showing you is that these reprints that people think are going to come and crash the market are likely not. If we go back last year to the Paldea Evolved and the Obsidian Flames restocks that happened, you can't even pick out where they were. Where were they? Where were the restocks? Can you point in that chart? Can you point in this chart and show me where they were? They were actually right back around here, but all they really did was stagnate the market, drop things 5% here, whatever. But there was no real drop from the restocks. And then what happened was once the restocks ended up, running their course, everything went to the moon. Same thing with Obsidian Flames. You can't really even pick out where the restocks were. They basically just kept things going stagnant until they sold out and then boom, went to the moon. And so what this is showing you is that, let me take this down. This saving grace that a lot of people think is coming with reprints and restocks is likely not going to come. It's likely going to be short-lived, if that. This is not a market where we're going to see this Chilling Reign, Fusion Strike, Battle Styles reprint restock, where we're going to see this Roaring Skies, Primal Clash reprint restock, where things just crash into the ground and you can pick everything up for pennies on the dollar. Guys, one scenario is distributors don't even sell you these reprints restocks to stores at anywhere far under market. They might just sell you, reprints of Surging Sparks at $200 a box. They may sell you reprints of Prismatic Evolutions at $95 in ETB, which they are doing. And so that's one course of action they're going to take. 2, they might bundle with other items to make sure stores have to pay more. That's another course of action. And 3, no matter how much Pokemon prints, it gets eaten up just as fast. Guys, Pokemon dropped the Blooming Waters box and the booster bundle reprint pretty much simultaneously. It still wasn't enough to drop the market on 151 packs. It barely stagnated the booster bundles. The Blooming Waters box is sold out almost immediately. There is just too much pent-up demand to see much price drop in this market. Therefore, if you see price drops of any significance, 10%, 15%, 20% on the high end, in my opinion, I still think it's a good idea to pick them up. I think it's a good idea to start averaging in, because until we see a massive drop-off in demand, I do not believe anything Pokemon does with printing is going to do much to the price point. And so that's what I see happening in the market right now. Unfortunately, guys, I hate to say this, Journey Together, although I speculated and I thought we would trail off closer to MSRP on this set, closer to release, it looks like I'm going to be dead wrong. I don't think you're going to be able to find this box near MSRP at release. Hopefully Pokemon Center does a restock at release day and you can maybe pick some product up there for MSRP. Otherwise, it does seem like packs are going to be extremely expensive. Products are going to be extremely expensive. And as these consumers, by and large, are willing to pay these prices, we're not going to see any difference. And so, again, you don't have to buy them. You don't have to buy, Journey Together. You don't have to buy Surging Sparks, right? You do not have to participate in the insanity in the market, right? There are other options out there. But I'm just here to report you guys what I see coming, and I just don't see anything cooling off. And I don't think you should be sitting around on your hands waiting for this miraculous reprint of some of these sets that people are rumoring are coming, thinking they're going to crash, because it's unlikely they will. And even though I own product myself, and you could say, well, Alex, it's in your best interest to say this, it really isn't, right? Because it's better for me that I can get more product to add to my positions, that I can get cheaper product for breaks, that people can pay less for packs on the pack breaks, because then they can buy more of them. It's better for it's honestly, it's beneficial for me both ways. I have a dog in this fight, but I don't care which way it goes. And so I'm just trying to let you know what I see. Hopefully the information helps you, and I will see you guys back here in a new video soon. We are out.